Who's going first?
Oh, there you go. Shit. Wait, now? Hi guys, my name is Maniquiz. I'm currently running for historian, as seen. And I feel that I am qualified for this position due to my experience with photography as well as setting up web pages. And I feel that I'd be the best for this position because I like to work with those aspects of everyday life. And please vote for me. Thank you.
Ready?
Okay.
Go.
Vote for me for historian because I have a lot of background that would help me qualify for this position, such as I was a graphic designer for my brother when he ran for Congress. I was a graphic designer for my school regarding school plays and everything. I was the president of my photography club. I was the historian for my National Honor Society, and I was also a photographer at a photography studio back in yeah, vote for me.
I thought you said you didn't have anything.
All right. First question is from Jeremy. What is something new, an idea, concept, etc., that you can bring to the historian position?
Whoever wants to start.
What, a new concept that I can bring to the historian position?
Yes.
I feel that a new concept that I can bring to the historian position is the aspect of being more interactive through social media, because social media is one of the strongest outlets that UFC has, and a specific example of a new concept would be maybe some sort of Facebook game that could get people more involved, could get people to go to fundraisers, could get people to go to concessions, etc., etc. Yeah.
Okay. Well, aside from photography, I'm also really into filmmaking and everything. So I noticed that there wasn't really that much video involvement when it came to the clubs this year. So I was thinking maybe incorporate more videos with major events that happen during our year with the club. And also maybe another thing would be a concept of maybe this little yearbook or something. So maybe pictures throughout the year and everything, and compile it into a little yearbook or an album, and then yeah.
All right. Second question is, in your opinion, what is one of the most significant events in the history of the United Filipino Club? I told you to study the history of the club.
Wait, what was the question again?
What is one of the most significant events in the history of the United Filipino Club?
The history of United? I'm guessing Barrio would be the most significant. But yeah, Barrio would be a really important one because it helps spread the culture of Filipinos to everyone, and
I feel that an important event, or the most important event in UFC history.
One of the most significant events.
Okay. I feel that one of the most important events in UFC history was the first time UFC went to conference, because it connected not only people that were already in the UFC club here in Seattle, but all the other universities that had Filipino organizations. It really established a lot of connections that helped our club and their clubs grow stronger as a whole.
Okay. Yep. So, how are either of you familiar with what FONS is, which is the Filipino American National Historical Society? And if so, or even if you're not, how could UFC play a role in collecting or spreading awareness of Filipino American history?
I feel that, well, I'm not familiar with FONS personally, but I feel that, what is it, how
could UFC play a role in collecting or spreading awareness of Filipino American history?
I feel that with the amount of Filipino American history that there is, it wouldn't be hard to collect pieces of Filipino American history, not just from all over the United States, but from also here. It creates a cultural significance, especially with the Filipino American history that's significant here. And we could do that by, as I said before, through social media. Social media is the strongest outlet that UFC has right now, and aside from word of mouth. And it would, we could go into family trees, or we could also just do extensive research into the type of, or the pieces of Filipino American history that were important. And yes. Thank you.
What was the question again?
Are you familiar with FONS? And then, if so or if not, how could UFC play a role in collecting or spreading awareness of Filipino American history?
Filipino American history. Okay, a good way that UFC can help spread that would be, like he said, through social media. And a good way to collect that would be, we can like research on stuff on Filipino American history, but another aspect would also be, you know, future history, like that we would make. So, as my job as historian would be like, you know, to like capture moments of, you know, UFC. So, yeah, my that would be a good way to like, you know, capture moments of history and Filipino American stuff. Yeah, vote for me.
Vote for me.